your love.
Всем привет, добро пожаловать на канал Games for Gamers, с вами по-прежнему я, Марио. Мы продолжаем играть в Fallout 4, как вы поняли, я сейчас был на придвине. Я наконец-то закинул техническую документацию, которую был должен. Ну не то, что был должен, как бы, но у меня ее немерено скопилось. Слил ее Проктору и получил нехило 500 крышек, как бы, сходу, то есть... Да. Можно полетать вот на этом красавце в аэропорт. Но мы же крутые, нам это не надо. Нам надо к Верджилу отправиться обратно в пустошь. Ох. Подождите. Сначала... Так, хотя бы радексом закинуться. Окей. Теперь можно. А то меня радиация там сожрет просто. Я ж ничего с собой не брал. И оставил костюм пока агента. Посмотрим, как он себя покажет. Ну, по характеристикам, конечно, он проигрывает комплекту брони полностью, который я делал. Но выглядит он, зараза, круто. Поэтому пока оставим. Главное, чтобы выхватывать сильно не стали. Так. Здравствуй. Да.
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
Друзья.
I've made some friends in the Commonwealth.
Better you than me. Face like this, I'm not gonna make too many friends. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the symbol explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
Что мы
I got
придумаем?
it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on.
Я помню.
Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Так. Поговорить с подземкой, поговорить с братством, либо поговорить с минитменами. О, подземка тоже воюет с институтом, но воюет по-своему. Братство мне определенно симпатизирует больше всех. Вопрос в том, кому мы пойдем сливать инфу. Так, это интересный поворот. Если я пойду к братству солью инфу, я с другими типами, типа, квестовую линию закрою, да? А ладно, плевать, я пойду к братству. Я уверен, что они справятся. Почему я продал мою мать? Tales of the Junk Town. Jerky Vendor. Why I sold my mother. Байки торговца из Джанктауна повышают уровень способности торговца из Джанктауна. Интересно, почему он продал свою маму. Ну, она стоит такой с двумя мешками крышек. По выгодному курсу. Ладно. С Джеком Кэббеном насчет артефактов. Что? Так, предметы, антирадин, очищенная вода, инфо, задание. Угу. Можно вообще левого помощника какого-нибудь найти, наверное. Так, давайте сейчас сделаем вот так. Ну, отлично. И отправимся в институт. Спасибочка, я знаю. Мое знакомство с вами состоялось с Кембриджского института. Привет. Давай ты не будешь толкать долго речь.
According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the Saints, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up.
Я уже нашел все.
The only logical explanation. That's where we need.
Чертежи Вирджила. Допустим, я знаю один путь.
I believe there's a bit more to the story than you're telling me. But based on your actions so far, I'm willing to take you at your word. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Ну, отлично. С Проктором Инграм. Окей. Блин, я бы в былые времена воспользовался силовой броней и просто прыгнул бы вниз. Ну, сейчас никак. Кюри, не хочешь полетать на крутой штуке? Запрыгивай. Да-да-да. Не, на самом... Блин, Лос-Анджелес, говорит. Не уверен, что там замечательно. Не знаю, в общем, я сделал свой выбор. Мне они симпатичнее всех.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh?
Угу.
Alright, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
Молекулярный телепорт.
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter called the Molecular Relay? Take a look.
Molecular... what? No. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Well, you definitely know your stuff.
Damn right I do. It's It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
I'm glad you can make sense of those plans.
I haven't made sense of all of it yet, but I will by the time you get the first part built. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Так, окей, окей. Ну-ка, пошли. Чего и тут у нас? Мне сюда надо как попасть. Вы мне пишете, что нет доступа и отправляете туда. Ну, блин, это издевательство. Или они меня не туда отправляют, и это я топлю. Прожектора даже днем светят. А, вон верстак есть. Окей. Так, ну ладно. Вернусь к вам, как только построю это чудо телепорт молекулярный. До скорой встречи, вы даже не заметите моего отсутствия. Ну что, ребят, как я и обещал, вернемся, как только построим. Вот такая вот штука у нас получилась. Ну, в принципе, ничего экстраординарного не потребовалось, кроме военной электросхемы, которых у меня 30 штук валялось, и биометрический сканер, которых я насобирал, по-моему, 10 или 12 штук. Все они у меня валялись в Sanctuary, поэтому пришлось побегать туда-сюда, как бы. Биометрический сканер нужен вам вот для вот этой штуки, для консоли. Военные электросхемы нужны вот непосредственно вот для этой фигни. Ладно, давайте пообщаемся с Мэкстоном, что он нам скажет. Да.
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing,
Никто не знает.
you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
What are the details of my mission?
I'm glad you asked. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
A nuclear engineer. Interesting.
Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence there. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong.
Ну, естественно.
Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Listen to me, Knight.
Справедливо.
I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Ну, спасибо. Ну что, готовы, дети? Запускай.
Proctor Ingram?
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Я тоже.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Ну, понеслось.
In or are you out? Make up your mind.
Делаем. Кюри, ты со мной?
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset. If any harm comes to him,
Relays dialed in.
I'm holding you personally responsible.
Emitters warmed up.
Я понял.
Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now.
Давай.
Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to.
You
I've
have
got a
your
clever little
assignments.
program on this holotape
out.
that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%.
Отлично.
80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch.
Да включай уже.
Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Понеслась. 6. Молекулярный уровень. The Molecular Man. Я здесь буду один. Но это мега круто. Это институт. Самый настоящий институт. Потихонечку хлам тут похватаем. Всякие разные. Так, компьютерный терминал использовать. Наверное, вирус. Угу. Все скачает. Открыть журнал доступа. Стоп. А, все, я забрал. Ладно.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
Угу.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
То есть нас ждали. Мне бы еще сыворотку Верджила найти.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
То какое неверное впечатление. Ты, твой наемник, убил мою жену, забрал младенца. У меня отличное.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future.
Угу.
It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground.
Да что ты
Someday,
говоришь?
perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable.
Угу.
I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that could wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
И месть. Сын и месть. Не, того, кто спустил курок, я уже покарал, но это неинтересно. Мне нужен тот, кто отдал приказ. Это что такое? Это гаечные ключи у вас такие? Шон?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean. It's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me. Your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Это ты, засранец? Ну ты покойник.
S923, recall code Cirrus.
Это Синт.
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
А можно сразу по морде дать для начала?
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges.
Для начала по морде, там можно поговорить.
I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined.
Там не
You have
насрать.
traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Как?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality.
Да не может быть.
Here I am,
Но он похож.
raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Тебя украли.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human.
Чистая человеческая
Plenty
ДНК.
of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human life
Вот это
since
жесть.
today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Твоя мама.
She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What
Ну,
else
это
can I
вряд ли.
say to ease your mind?
Келлог.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum.
Вот эти вот сопутствующий ущерб меня напрягает.
I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Институт.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Нужна помощь.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised. The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Может быть.
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Согласиться.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Да.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, and Dr. Holdren in bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Вот так вот. Хочется сказать избитую фразу. Вот это поворот. То есть... Сынок-то вырос. Постарел. Я, честно говоря, в шоке. Как бы надо переварить полученную информацию, потому что... Вот этого я вообще не знал. Я кое-что знал о Fallout 4, потому что... так случилось, к сожалению. Но меня спойлеры не пугают, как бы игра от этого хуже не становится. Но вот это чертовски неожиданный поворот. Ладно, ребят, всем большое спасибо за просмотр. Если вам понравилось это видео, не забывайте ставить палец вверх, подписываться на мой канал, если вы еще этого не сделали. А также вступайте в наш паблик ВКонтакте. В следующей серии мы пойдем знакомиться с обитателями Института. И посмотрим, к чему это все придет. Пока-пока.